Amazing live streaming cameras do not need to come with outrageous price tags in 2024. That's great news for every church. So here are the categories for this year that we will be exploring in this video. The best budget mirrorless camera for live streaming, the best budget camcorder that doesn't sacrifice durability or image quality, and the best budget PTZ camera. We do these lists every year. So if you're new around here, we'd love for you to subscribe, turn on notifications as we help churches navigate the biggest communication shift in 500 years. Also, if you're looking for even more options for the best church live streaming cameras of 2024, last week's video was dedicated to my 7 favorite cameras overall. That video is linked on the screen and in the description. Today we're emphasizing budget options, but much like last week's video, we're enlisting the expertise and advice of someone I've trusted for many years in this space, Joel W. Smith. Joel's been in live production for close to 25 years, a camera operator for broadcast television networks including ABC and Fox Sports. He spent thousands of hours with countless different cameras doing corporate events, concerts, sports, theater, classroom work, and of course, working in and with churches. Most importantly for you though, he spent the last decade running an amazing website, joelwsmith.com, where he lists out all of his picks for camera and production gear. So I've taken a lot of his input and injected it into this video, so you're getting his history and expertise along with my own to give you the best recommendations. Let's dive in. Camera category number 1, the best budget mirrorless camera for live streaming. It's the Panasonic G7. You can get this camera new with a lens for just $497 USD. If you need to go even cheaper, you can easily find one of these cameras used. Why? Well, because this camera model is 7 years old. It's crazy. We're in 2024, and this is still the best camera recommendation in this category because Panasonic did such a good job. Still, no one has been able to surpass them. As previously mentioned, this camera includes a kit lens, offers clean HDMI output, can record in 4K up to 30 minutes, also can record 1080p as long as the SD memory card has free space, and all for one incredibly low price. You just want to be aware of a couple of caveats. HDMI output is limited to 1080p, and HDMI output won't work if you are also choosing to record in the camera. But this is the absolute cheapest camera I can recommend to churches, so naturally there will be some trade-offs. But if you're on a tight budget and want better image quality than any camcorder, here it is. And of course, with any budget option, there are going to be trade-offs. What's amazing is that this camera's trade-offs are not deal breakers. You can work with them and still have a great church live stream image on a budget. Let's talk about the pros and cons of this camera. The pros: better image quality than any camcorder, unlimited video recording time for 1080p, internal recording up to 3840 times 2160, that's 4K at 30 frames per second, and clean HDMI output. As for the cons, again, HDMI output not possible during internal recording. Continuous power is only possible with third-party dummy battery adapters, and HDMI output is limited to 1080p. For a deep dive on the Panasonic G7, hit pause and you'll see the framing distances and full specs on the screen. Let's move to category number 2 now, the best budget camcorder that does not sacrifice durability or image quality. It's the Canon G70. In last week's video, I mentioned the Canon XA65 as the best overall camcorder for live streaming in church. Well, remove the top handle with XLR inputs, remove the 3G SDI output, and you have for yourself this excellent bang for buck alternative, the Canon G70. Aside from those omissions, the two cameras are essentially the same. This is the cheapest camcorder I can honestly recommend. So if you're looking for the most budget-friendly camera that offers servo zoom capability, this might be your match. The Canon G70 is also the perfect partner to the Canon CRN100 PTZ camera, still to come in this video, and the Canon CRN300 PTZ camera mentioned in last week's video. So if you're looking for that multi-cam setup with one camera, camcorder that is, and one PTZ camera, this could be the camcorder half of that partnership. Let's do pros and cons. The pros: 20x optical zoom, dual SD memory card slots, and the same image quality as the XA60 and XA65. As for the cons, no 4K output, and it's got a mini HDMI port, and you always need to be mindful of the fragility of those. For a deep dive on the Canon G70, hit pause and you'll see the framing distances and full specs on the screen. Oh, and let me pause here. If you're liking this video, hit the like button, won't you? Please, really does make a difference for me, and it costs you nothing. Thanks. On now to the best budget PTZ camera. It's the Canon CRN100. Now, let me just say, you might see the price tag here at $2,000 USD and think to yourself, that's 4 times more than the mirrorless camera option, and $2,000 is not really a budget option in my world, I can get a way cheaper PTZ camera as well, you know? Just Google it. To which I would say, yes, you can get a cheaper option. In fact, none of the cameras on this list are the cheapest option. They're the best affordable option in class IMO. We're trying to thread the needle here between affordability and capability. Budget, yes, but quality also. You can get the cheapest PTZ camera on Amazon. It's gonna be junk though. And if $2,000 USD is not attainable for you for this PTZ camera, I'd point you back to that Panasonic G7 at under 500 bucks. If your heart is set on a PTZ camera though, the best budget option has a higher entry point than other best budget options in different categories of camera. Now, what is cool about the Canon CR-N100 is that it's basically the aforementioned Canon G70 camcorder in a PTZ camera body. As a result, we get a phenomenal bang for your buck that has all the same features as our top pick PTZ camera from last week's video, the Canon CR-N300. The N100 is just missing the 3G SDI output. So if you don't need that, you can save 400 bucks. In short, this PTZ camera will deliver well above its budget-friendly price point. To the pros and cons. For the pros, obviously price and 20x optical zoom, good auto tracking built in, no additional hardware or software required, and it's the perfect match to our budget pick camcorder, the Canon G70. For the cons, weak low light performance and the USB-C webcam does not do full frame rates. For a deep dive on the Canon CR-N100, hit pause and you'll see the framing distances and full specs on the screen. Now, one more note I want to make is that two of the cameras on last week's best of list, the Panasonic S5 and the Panasonic GH6, come in at a lower cost than the budget option PTZ camera in today's video. Now, those two Panasonic cameras don't come with a lens. That's an important caveat. But if you're in the budget range of under $2,000, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention those great options as well. And if you want a deeper dive into those two camera bodies specifically, that video is linked in the description. What's also linked in the description is joelwsmith.com if you want to do a deeper dive into all of his camera picks for the year. Moreover, if you're looking for live stream cameras, you might also be looking for the best switchers, cards, cables, and guess what? Joel's got buying guides and best of lists for all of those as well. He's a wealth of information. He gives it all away freely. He keeps it updated year over year. We're very lucky to have him, so check out all of those resources. As for what's next, once you've got your pick of budget camera narrowed in, you've still got to figure out which video editor that you're going to be using. And forget budget here for a moment. The best video editor in the world, and the one that I actually use, is 100% free. No gimmicks, no strings attached. I dive into what it is, where to download it, and how to use it in the video linked on the screen. I'll see you there, and thanks as always for your time, attention, and trust.